yeah, there's something about wildlife that just like intrigues me. Like they're still so wild, and they're still like, if I can get something so wild to trust me, it just feels like I've really accomplished something, and I really connected with nature, more than just a pet. I mean, I love cats and dogs and all that too, but there's something about wildlife that is really special to me. um, yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was just a few days ago. Like, I guess a hawk dropped it into the road, and it was a baby red squirrel. It was really injured, but and that was something I felt conflicted about, because I don't want to interrupt nature. I know that hawk has to eat too. And like, I picked it up to see how it was. It wasn't doing very well. And I was like, maybe I should leave it. And then I went to set it back down, and then it just started screaming and crying and like frantically trying to move around and like look for me. So I was like, in that moment when I saw that it just, that it wanted me to pick it back up again, I was like, I can't do this. I can't leave it here. So I picked it back up, and it immediately calmed back down, and I knew that it might not make it, but I knew, that's the thing. Like, they don't all make it, but like, if I can give it an animal peace in its last moments, I feel good about that too. And it did pass away, and then I did put it back to where the hawk had been, and the hawk did get his meal after all. But at least the squirrel was able to not die in so much fear, I guess. But I've had a lot of really good success stories too, so I had a possum one time, a baby possum, get stuck in a chipmunk trap, and so I had to get this possum out of this chipmunk trap, and like just kind of like nurse it back to health, and then I was able to release it back into the woods, and it was really cool. That possum was really cool. Sometimes, yeah, it is kind of crazy. Like I think once I started rehabbing, and um, I started to notice more things, like things that I wouldn't have stopped for before. I would, like, if I saw like an animal on the side of the road that didn't quite, a lot of times I'll stop and see if it's still alive, or like, or sometimes it's really sad, but mothers get hit and their babies are hanging around, and so like, just by like being more aware of like my surroundings, and more aware of like wildlife, and how injured wildlife behaves, in itself, have found that, yeah, I end up in seeing more of the situations and noticing more than I ever did before. Animals that need help. I think I have a really nurturing soul. Yeah, and I love to see my children like just have those friendships with other children and animals. So my daughter, she always has a little hospital that she set up for her little stuffed animals that she takes care of. And in the past, I've taken squirrels into my children's preschool to like show their class and tell them about what I do. And um yeah, they love it. They really love it. And I really feel like it's taught them like compassion, and I feel like it's a good life lesson. It's good for, like, it's a good thing to grow up with. I would have loved that.